our state, but also this iconic arena. We're pleased to welcome members of the media, our partners here, special guests including David Benedict, Director of Athletics at UConn. Also a special welcome to Shay Ajaya, COO at the City of Hartford. Thank you. As many of you know, this arena holds a special place in the hearts of so many fans and families here in Connecticut and beyond. This arena and memories, the history and memories that have been made here are simply too numerous to mention. This arena that we're all so proud of is truly a cornerstone of Connecticut's sports and entertainment legacy, and it's about to get even better. As you can see, renovations are well underway to dramatically improve the arena guest experience. When we reopen this October, the transformation will include all new lower bowl seating, a refreshed concourse, bunker suites, loge boxes, a beautiful event-level club, as well as first-class locker rooms for the athletes that play here, and reimagined artist dressing rooms for the artists that play here. But those are not the only historic changes happening. Today, we're here to announce another major milestone that will shape the future of our arena and the community we serve. We're honored to be joined by several distinguished guests who were instrumental in this next chapter. Governor Lamont is here today. Peter Luco, co-chair of Oakview Group. Tom Senecal, CEO of People's Bank. Mike Freemuth, executive director of the Capital Region Development Authority. And now, without further ado, I'd like to invite Mike up to the podium, who's been a driving force to get us to this point so far.
Thanks, Ben. I usually measure this building's progress with my own personal world, and when we started, I used to carry a comb. So you get an idea how far we've come. About 3.5, 4 years ago, when we were coming out of COVID, we were in the building, and we were trying to decide just what the future of this property was going to be. And I was walking the structure that you're in right now with Peter Luco, and he said, what are we going to do? At that time, their existing agreement was coming to an expiration. We had just extended it to get through the COVID window. And I said to him, look, the simple logic of this is we only go forward if we have a private partner. And we had to measure out what a private partner would be. The challenge there was to not just make simple improvements to the building, which you're seeing, but change how the building operates and how it positions itself in the larger play of arenas across the country. And it was that challenge that I put to Peter back 4.5, 5 years ago now, to which I then turned around and brought to the governor, who's been supportive in this property. Over the last 5 years, we've put in our process of putting in, $145 million. Now, a modern, brand-new building costs north of $1 billion, so 145 seems modest, but 145 is a major investment in what is a 50-year-old shell. Getting that done, finding a private partner, finding somebody who understands the industry, find somebody who will step in and take the downside as well as upside, was the challenge, and we put that to OVG, and for that, Peter Luco was the lead, and it's my pleasure to introduce you to him today. Peter?
Good afternoon. On behalf of all of us at OVG, we're so proud to be here in Hartford. We're very fortunate. We manage, own, operate facilities in Seattle, Manchester, England, UBS Arena here on Long Island, and some 270 or so. But I really want to say we really believe in Hartford, and we believe in it in a lot of different ways. We believe in it from the government, the governor and Mike, and the partnership that we have with them. And at the time, and it was just very clear, the governor said, I want some skin in the game, right? You know, is private industry going to support this? And we have put that skin in the game. And I'm fortunate enough to be from the area and growing up around the Hartford Civic Center. And as Mike alluded to, it really has the bones to be renovated. It really does. In fact, I'm sure many of you don't know that we were literally under construction during the season, during Mike's games, during the concerts, during the Wolfpack games, during the family shows. We literally were under construction because of the X Hall here, the wide concourses. We were able to begin the process, and now we're shut down, and as you can see, many of the seats are gone. And and they'll all be replaced. And this building, you know, there's so many great memories that have happened here, so many great events. And in our job, in our position as arena managers, we have the greatest job in the world because we get to make memories, right? I mean, just think about, you know, maybe some young child's first game was a UConn game, was a men's or a women's game or a hockey game here. Maybe somebody went on an outing to a family show with a certain group that they may have. Or maybe somebody's spouse's, their first date was a major concert here. So this building has made great memories. They're in the bones of the building, and we really just got to bring it up to standards. And as Ben alluded to, we'll have the club areas, we'll have the loge boxes, we're going to redo the concourse. We're putting in infrastructure, which I think is very important, various rigging points, so it'll be easier to bring shows in here. We're upgrading the power and really getting back to where maybe this building was in the 80s when I was young and coming to games here and concerts here. So the retransformation is just going to be incredible. And I think all of us, and again, I'm fortunate enough to live in this state, we've got to rally around the Hartford Civic Center again as a state. And I think you're going to be very, very proud come October when you see the retransformation of the arena. So every arena, we got to have a name, right? It's so important. As we begin this next generation of the building, you know, we're reintroducing a name to this facility. And I just want to say, and as the governor and Mike alluded to, you know, it takes private investment. And this naming rights is a name, and it's so important, but it really will show that People's Bank and where they're committed to really investing in Hartford, in the state, and to be a partner in this. So, again, they'll have skin in the game, and they obviously believe in what's going on in Hartford in the area. So it's very special. It's a very special moment for us, and a step of many things that are going to happen here, including a reopening. But first, let's get things first, and let's get the naming rights. I'd like to introduce Tom. Come on up. We're going to do this, Governor.
You go over there.
People's Bank Arena.
There you go. I'm not sure it's such a surprise that it's People's Bank, but we are very excited to be here. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining with us for this extremely exciting event, one that represents both a powerful partnership and a bold commitment to the future of Hartford. Today, we're proud to share that this iconic venue, long known as the Hartford Civic Center and currently known as the XL Center, will now carry a new name, the People's Bank Arena. This is more than just a naming rights agreement for the city of Hartford and the state of Connecticut. This is a statement from People's Bank about who we are and who we are not, what we believe in, and where we are headed together. People's Bank is a mutual bank. We are owned by our depositors. With deep roots in Western Massachusetts and now growing rapidly in Connecticut. Although our retail presence, by that I mean our retail banking centers, have only been in Connecticut communities for less than a decade, we actually have already had a much larger presence in Connecticut, with our commercial lending officers having been active here for decades. And in fact, our book of business in Connecticut has rivaled that of our own presence in Massachusetts. This is a great state, and we are bullish on Connecticut. Let me revisit the concept of mutuality, which is fairly rare ownership structure in banking, one that is becoming increasingly rare, and yet we believe it so strongly that we are staking our future on it. We don't have shareholders. We answer to our communities, to our customers, to our associates, and to our neighbors. That's what makes us different. That's what makes us local in the true sense of the word. Many other banks may call themselves community banks under the definition of, yeah, we're a big national bank and we have a branch in your community. But there's a difference. We are local. Local staff, local ownership structure, local decision making, local community support. People's Bank is your true local community bank. And to be very clear, and I hate to have to say this, we are not and never have been affiliated with People's United Bank. That institution is now part of a much larger national bank, and it seems to happen to so many publicly owned banks these days. In all honesty, a large part of what we are making, this substantial investment, grows out of long-standing and understandable confusion over time. I'll say it again for clarity. We are People's Bank, capital P, capital B, no space. For the media in the room, please remember this from this day forward. We are not People's United Bank. We chose to invest in this arena because we believe in Hartford. We believe in the revitalization happening here, the momentum building downtown, the renewed energy in the business district, the arts, the restaurants, the culture, and of course, the sports. To be associated with the prime tenants of this venue, the UConn's men's basketball and women's basketball teams, is truly a great honor. This arena has always been a gathering place, a place for unforgettable memories, shared pride, and community connection. As it undergoes a transformation, modernizing to attract bigger acts, more events, and more visitors, People's Bank is honored to be part of that future. We see this not only as a branding opportunity, but as a chance to participate in something larger. The economic rebirth of Hartford. This is our way of saying we're not just doing business here, we're building a future here. We're investing in a city we believe in, and we're just getting started. To the Oakview Group, the CRDA, and the state of Connecticut, thank you for the partnership and the shared vision. And to the people of Hartford and the region, thank you for welcoming People's Bank. We're honored to have our name on your arena, to earn your trust, to be part of so many great memories in the years to come, right here at the People's Bank Arena. Thank you. As we celebrate this exciting new chapter for downtown Hartford and People's Bank Arena, it's only fitting that we recognize the leadership who made this progress possible. Connecticut has a long history of investing in its communities, and today is another fine example of that. Please join me in welcoming someone who has been a champion for Hartford's revitalization, the Honorable Ned Lamont, Governor of the state of Connecticut. Thank you. I'll leave that there.
Well, thank you, Tom. Welcome. I love it. As Joe Biden might say, this is a really big deal. And I'll tell you what it means. People's Bank Arena, not to be confused with the other People's Bank Arena, you know, a lot more valuable than naming rights this time around because the value of this arena is going up every day. And I want to say, People's Bank, thank you. I understand you're going to be establishing a bigger presence here in Hartford and your commitment to the city. We'll be right back at you. And, yeah, when Mike Freemuth came to me a few years ago and said, boy, we want to put some more money in the Excel. Okay. And, but he's a guy who knows what he's doing, knew how to get it done, knew how to tell the story. And he said we have a very strong partner. We have a very strong partner in OVG, and what a difference that makes. Peter, thank you for that. I figured, look, we knew something about rebuilding arenas. Mike's been doing that for a while, but I wasn't sure we really knew a lot about managing an arena to its maximum value. And, Peter, that's just what you do. And it's just extraordinary what we can do here. I mean, not only do you have the UConn basketball, and UConn hockey, and you got the Wolf Pack. You know, I love the fact Peter says we're going to have maybe 12, 15 additional concerts here once you get this amazing facility refurbished and what that means. And as you maybe know, a few of us thought this might be a pretty nice place for the Connecticut Sun to play a few games as well. So who knows? You never know. But as you point out, this is going to be heart and center of what we're trying to do with the revitalization of Hartford. I think you'll see it in terms of a lot more activity here, much more frequently. What you see in terms of housing going on around the region as well. And by the way, remember People's Bank. They're a really good partner for us. Thanks, everybody.
Okay, thank you to all of our speakers and our guests for being here today. We sincerely appreciate your continued support and commitment to this important venue. Last but certainly not least, I'd be remiss not to publicly mention and thank Brian Dooley and Matt Bannister for all their hard work in making this partnership come to completion. A sincere thank you to you both. Members of the media are welcome to approach the podium now for one-on-one interviews with today's speakers, and we appreciate your coverage and look forward to sharing more updates as this exciting project moves forward. Thank you.